Hi friends! Today we're gonna make a right kind of fresh installation of Windows 10, the latest version that we have. So there are three basic steps. Prepare bootable USB drive, and yes, we'll need another computer for this thing. The second step is preparing our target PC or laptop. And the third step is to install our operation system. For the source of our installation, we'll choose the original Microsoft image that can be downloaded from the Microsoft site for free, and it's much easier than it was with 7 or 8. Even if you have an old installation, Windows 10 media like an original drive, original disk or USB drive, still I recommend to do a new one. And what you'll need to do is to download the application from Microsoft. You need to open your browser to search for Windows Media Creation Tool, like that, and you'll press enter. And the first result usually is the right one. We'll need to open it. I have the Hebrew site since I live in Israel, but I've already opened an English version. Let's see. So you have here an update tool for version May 2021 and a button update now. That's if you want to upgrade your current PC, but we want to make a bootable device, so we'll choose the second option. Okay, Media Creation Tool, 21H1, save. Now we need to open it. Getting a few things ready. Okay, so I already have my new flash drive here in USB. It's a disk D, 32 gigabytes. It's okay to use the smaller one like 8 or 16, but not 4. 4 is not enough. Of course, the data on it will be destroyed, so back it up if needed. Okay, license agreement. You click accept. What do you want to do? Upgrade this PC now? No, it's a hard no. We want to create an installation media, bootable USB, and click next. Select language, architecture, and edition, and this is an important part. Use recommended options for this PC. I will uncheck this thing, obviously. And what do we have here is a language choice. I recommend to install your Windows in English version. If you want to use another language, it can be done. It can be translated after installation on the target PC. In Edition pop-up option, there is nothing, and we can choose it later if needed. And the architecture. This is the super important. There are three options: 32 bits, 64 bits, and both. 32-bit version is useless for us, and I don't remember when the last time I had to use it. This is for some special cases when you have a dedicated machine and the application that wouldn't work with 64-bit architecture, and it didn't support more than 3 gigabytes of RAM. But still, it's a common mistake for beginners to install OS that 32-bit, and it's unrepairable. You can't transfer your 32-bit version of Windows to 64. It's just reinstalling and that's it. So that is the wrong option. Also, if you have both versions on USB, there is still a chance for a mistake choosing wrong option during process on target PC. To avoid that, just click on 64-bit only and next. USB flash drive, it needs to be at least 8 gigs, 4 it's not enough, like I said. Also, here you can make an ISO file to burn it after on DVD or another USB with additional tools, but we need to create USB now. Okay, choose your drive. Be careful not to put it on one of your hard disks or SSD, everything would be destroyed on it. So I choose D. This is my case. Okay, next. So here is the progress. It takes some time to download more than 4 gigabytes for that particular version. If there are both 32 and 64 bits, it doubles in size because you'll have to download 7 gigs. And the speed depends on your internet, so we'll wait. And that's it, your USB drive is ready and we can move to the next step. Okay, so step 2, preparing our target PC or laptop. So, have you booted? No. First of all, we need to get to the BIOS. It's basic input-output system, in my case by pressing delete or escape, and I have failed to do that. You see the Windows 7 boot manager screen and I press reset. I'm using an old HP desktop with Windows 7 on the SSD, and I want to bring it back to life with repairing its motherboard and reinstalling Windows. I choose this one purposely because I want to show you how to clean your drive before installing a new operation system and why it's important. So here it is. This is the BIOS. And you can see the different versions of it in HP and all HP. It looks like that. And all I need to do right now is to choose the right boot option. The right boot option, it's UEFI. Usually there are two kinds of BIOS. Roughly said, it's Legacy, the old one, and the new one, the UEFI. The Unified Extensible Firmware Interface. It's not so new, it's been around like 20 years or something, but still there are machines that supports legacy interface. Why? I don't know. But UEFI, it's the right one. Common mistake to install operation system with legacy. And what's wrong with that? So first of all, it's way slower. The second, usually there is problems with the future BIOS upgrade, and we definitely want to avoid it. Third thing, if you'll need to relocate your hard drive or SSD to another PC with the same operation system, you can't do that in most cases. Fourth, there are no operation system repair environment. When something goes wrong with the Windows update or hard drive or else, you can't boot to repair mode. 80% it's useless, but 20% repairable, so worth it. And fifth, there is no secure boot option. It's not so important for us right now, but actually, if you need your system to be more secure, you should use that thing. So you see, installing on legacy mode would work. I'm not saying that it wouldn't, but not like we need it to. The only right option is UEFI. Also, do check your secure boot option. It should be disabled. Otherwise, you can't boot from USB. So, save change and exit. Yes. Right now, it's booting already to USB because the USB UEFI mode is the first in a row before legacy mode, and the solid-state drive has an old Windows 7 in the legacy. And also, you will see the Windows 10 boot screen and not Windows 7. Actually, right now, part 2 is over. We have prepared our target PC to a new installation. Welcome to part 3. Here we have 3 pop-up menus. Language to install, it will be English, like we have made already our choice when we have done our USB bootable device. And the second and the third thing there is subject to change. So if you are in United States, you should just leave it like that. But if you're in another country, you should choose the right option for you. This is your localization, time and currency format, and so on and so on. I'm here in Israel, so what I'll need to choose is Hebrew and keyboard or input method will be also Hebrew. It will be like the default if I put Hebrew at the time and currency format pop-up menu. Of course, if you're in France, Ukraine, Kazakhstan, or anywhere else, please choose your exact place. This affects to Unicode programs and to your language settings, and it should be like that. Then we should press next. Here you have a button install and besides shortcut to repair your computer. This is a huge theme for another video, so we'll just press install now. Here we go. Okay, setup is starting and activate Windows. You should place here your product key and Windows will choose the right version to install automatically. But if you want to put it later or you need to install specified version, press I don't have a product key. And here is an interesting feature. You remember that USB drive that you just made with no option for Windows versions? Look at that. Here are they. Everything you want. Home and single language, education, pro, and actually N version, it's a Windows without media capabilities. Without media player, pre-installed codec. It's understandable, but never use this. So I accept the agreement. Okay, here you have two types of installations. Upgrade, or some kind of automatically installation, and the custom one, advanced. And that's what we need, since we are an advanced users. We need to click this plate. Okay, where do you want to install Windows? Here we have three partitions. They are from Windows 7. Now you have no option to install Windows 10 on any of them. But if there were a Windows 10 partitions, 4 usually, you would have such possibility. But that's not our option. We need to back up our data and clean everything from the drive. Not format it, but delete. So drive 0 unallocated space, that should be our goal. System partition goes away. Windows partition, bye-bye. And that's it. So right now you can press next and you don't need to create new partitions. That's not important. And actually this PC has two drives, SSD 120 that you see right now and 1 terabyte HDD, but it's better for you to unplug second drive because Windows 10 is spreading its files on both of them. I don't know exactly, actually, I need to learn how and why system locates its files, but according to my experience, if one of the secondary drives goes bad, Windows wouldn't work even if your base SSD or hard drive is perfectly fine. Not in every case, but there are some problems. So I prefer to install my Windows just on base drive without anything else. It takes some time. So after installing updates and finishing up, it's okay to remove your USB bootable device just to avoid booting from it after restart, and that is a fine time to do it right now. Now, while your PC restarting, it's time to make sure that your target PC or laptop has no internet connection. Now again, please check your Ethernet cable, it should be disconnected from internet. Here is the thing, I'm going against Microsoft here. The problem is that Microsoft wants to take your local user, your local privileges. In advantage of online account of Microsoft with Microsoft Store and your credit card and so on. What's wrong here? Microsoft account is controlled by Microsoft. And we want an account controlled by us. So if your internet connection is valid and available, your fresh installation of Windows would demand an Microsoft account credentials without any other option. But we don't want an online user, we want an offline. regular administrative user. So turn off your internet for this PC. This is actually a huge theme to discuss why our data is so valuable for giant corporations like Microsoft and Google, and I want to discuss it, but not here, maybe on the live stream, but now let's concentrate on the installation. So let's go on. We have to choose our region. Is that right? Yes, I'm in Israel. Okay, just a moment. It's the right keyboard layout. As you can see, it's not Hebrew, it's not English, United Kingdom, United States work. No, it's US, standard one. Yes. 1 to second. No, then actually it's not a second keyboard layout, it will be third, because second is already in if you do everything right and you have chosen the right thing in the start of installation. You have chose your language actually. Skip, just a moment. And this is very important thing, that if you will connect your computer to internet, Microsoft would have to make you to connect the Microsoft account, and if you don't have, you will create one. Do not do this. Do not do this. Just tell I don't have internet. And actually this is very this thing is would ask you another time like that. Can you see? I will give you I don't have internet. I don't know if I press it or no. I don't have internet. No. Thanks. No. Continue with limited setup. Advanced security full. No. Not right now. Continue with limited setup. And actually it's 3 times that it asks to connect the internet. That was the second time, and right now it performs the reset. Just a second. No. Oh, okay. They actually change it in this version, because in the previous version they would ask you another time, do you have an internet connection? So who's going to use this PC? You can put your name here. I usually use the name of the computer or PC or something like that. It will be HP, like so. Next, create a super memorable password. Look, I actually do not use this thing right now, because if you want to create your password, it will ask you for the secret questions and the day of the birth or something like that. That I don't need this. I actually don't need this. If I need to make a password, I will do it after the installation. So just press next. And here, choose privacy settings for your device. Look, this is the thing that I actually do not believe. Not Microsoft, not Google, especially Google, and I leave these things on because actually I don't believe that if I turn it off, that actually would turn off. So you just press accept and that's it, like so. If you want, you can turn it off. That's fine for me. So just a moment. Hi. Okay, we'll get everything ready for you. Okay. So this is it. You have your fresh Windows 10 installation. Now we'll have to install drivers, connect our second hard drive or third hard drive, and download favorite programs. Thanks for watching, and bye bye.